Hello, lore nerds. I apologize for not uploading for quite some time, but I've been struggling with a lack of motivation to make videos, and also college starting back up. Due to all of this, videos won't be coming out as often they used to, with the old weekly schedule, but I'm hoping at least once a month, if not once every 2 weeks or so. But anyway, let's get into today's video. Today, we are covering my top 10 favorite dragons in Forgotten Realms lore. I will specifically be going over chromatic, metallic, and gem dragons. There are a lot of miscellaneous dragons, but I just want to stick to those three categories for this. And essentially, I won't be rating them on how powerful they are or who could beat who in a fight or anything like that. I'm just rating them on how cool I think they are. Personally, it's my own subjective opinion. So, if you have a different opinion, that's cool. I guess feel free to say what your favorite dragon is in the comments or whatever. I don't really care. But anyway, let's get into it. Number 10, White Dragons. White dragons are quite cool, yet they're not really that, high on my list at number 10. I like the idea of a dragon that lives in icy fields and tundra, often acting like an animalistic predator. It's pretty interesting, but just isn't quite unique enough to get higher up on the list. Number 9 is Green Dragons. I quite like forests, and green dragons do too. A dragon lurking through a forest spitting poison at prey is pretty cool, and I also like how cunning they are. Like with some other dragons on this list, I quite prefer the more cunning and intelligent ones. Due to, being a dungeon master, it means I can use that to more interesting effect in games, and green dragons are definitely quite scheming and clever. Number 8 is Copper Dragons. I just think they're neat. They are sociable dragons which enjoy playing pranks and telling riddles, which is very fun and interesting, to have featured in a game. They also live in deserts, which is an environment I find quite unique and fun in D&D. Overall, I just think they're really great. Wonderful little dragons. At number 7 is Black Dragons. Black dragons play great into the role of the very malevolent, cruel enemy. They are very sadistic and malicious dragons, probably the most evil of them, and are driven to bring about the downfall of civilizations and settlements, so they make really good villains. And that's why I like them so much. At number 6 is Silver Dragons. I find silver dragons interesting because of their love for humanoids. While they don't go out of their way to help them, they will right any wrongs they witness and help any that directly ask for it. I find it very cool that they like to take on humanoid forms and mingle with people, and they just look neat. Number 5, Amethyst Dragons. I love the designs of amethyst dragons, purple being one of my favorite colors, and I also love their personality. They are considered wise even for dragon standards, and are very much the true neutral. They don't really care about good or evil, chaos or law. They're more um, very just neutral. I like it. Definitely among my favorite gem dragons. Speaking of favorite gem dragons, number 4, Emerald Dragons. Emerald dragons are my favorite gem dragon due to their very scholarly nature. As someone who enjoys delving into lore and different areas of study, I quite like the vibe of Dragon which does the same. They're also quite reclusive, which is relatable, so yeah, they get to be number 4 on my list. At number 3 are Gold Dragons. I love gold dragons largely for their very common tendency for magic. I love the idea of a powerful, very old dragon wielding spells, and gold dragons do that quite often. They also look cool, are quite nice, and are probably the most powerful metallic dragon. At number 2, Red Dragons. Red dragons are my second favorite because of how iconic they are. They are probably the most recognizable dragon in D&D, and when you think of an evil fire-breathing dragon, that's basically just what a red dragon is. It's a direct derivative of that classic European evil dragon. They hoard gold, breathe fire, burn down towns. Very classically evil. So I just love that kind of imagery. A lot of dragons in fictional shows would probably be red dragons, even if the coloring is a little bit off, but still. Uh, so they get to be number 2. At number 1, I have blue dragons. I love blue dragons. The imagery of a dragon swooping through a desert and annihilating prey with a blast of lightning is just really awesome to me. They look cool, their choice of habitat is cool, I love lightning in general, and their cunning is quite interesting. Therefore, I rank them as my favorite. And that is my list of my favorite dragons in the Forgotten Realms. I do, however, have a little bit of a message. As mentioned earlier, I've been struggling with motivation for these videos. I think the Forgotten Realms setting is cool, but I've covered major history, many of the gods that have enough content around them for a whole video. I'm getting a little bit tired of the old formula. And also just generally, I'm sort of losing that kind of hyperfixation on Forgotten Realms. So I think heading forward, I will be, I'll start branching out, covering more different topics that interest me. These probably will still include D&D related things, maybe some sciencey topics, video games, fantasy series, or even my own fantasy world I've been building. I hope that's acceptable. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.